Hello, hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Buselezo. So before I leave the house, I thought I should give you guys some tips for your Mandela Washington Fellowship Program application. I've got the tips written down here and I just want to read them, well, give you the tips. So the first tip from me is to be honest. Be honest about your journey, about the things that you have done. Be honest about what you're currently doing. Be honest about what you want to do in the future. Just be honest, there's no use lying or creating things that in the future will catch up with you, and when you're at the interview and they ask you questions related to that and you don't even know how to answer that because it wasn't true. Second thing I'd say is give yourself enough time to go through the questions. So the application is closing very soon, in about less than 10 days or so right now from today, from when I'm posting this video. So you still have time. Give yourself time. Go through the questions. The nice thing about the application is that you can, as you fill it out and do the application, you can save it and always go back to it to finish completing it. It's so hot in here. The third thing I'd say is that if there's any information workshop or information sessions that is happening, please attend that. I attended one at UJ, as I mentioned in my story time video about how I got to be on the Mandela Washington Fellowship Program. I attended one in UJ and it was very helpful to me, so I encourage you to do so as well. Just go there and ask questions, and it's always nice to hear from people that have actually been on the program, to hear their journeys and their stories, so that you're also encouraged and sort of feel or gauge where you are in life, where you are in your career, and based on their journeys as well, perhaps you feel more motivated and more confident in what it is that you want to do. Third thing is referencing and attachments are not compulsory, but if you can get a good reference letter, do attach that. I remember I attached a reference letter. I got one from Dumi Fraser, who was my mentor when I was in the Standard Bank incubation. So try and get that from your lecturers, from even the people that you work with or some of your clients. It can really go a long way. Even some certificates. So one of the certificates that I decided to attach, because I'm in the construction business and I don't have a qualification, a degree or anything like that in the industry, I've been empowering myself through different programs. So I decided to attach one of the certificates that I did for project management. That really helps to boost my CV in terms of my knowledge of the industry or the workspace that I'm in. The next thing I would say is connect on the Facebook group. Connect there. Somebody might ask a question that you didn't think about, and then all of a sudden you have an answer to it. So I remember I was never active on the group, but I did read all the time. I read a lot of the questions that people were asking as well as the answers, even though I never posted or asked anything, but some of those questions helped me with my application. Next, I would say think global. So in some of the questions about what you want to achieve in the future, think global. It's great that you do things for your community or you're doing things where you are now, and perhaps you want to go overseas to learn some strategies and learn some things that you can bring back home and apply here. But also think global is in terms of the type of knowledge that you want to acquire. Think global in terms of the partnerships that you want to make in your NGO, in your business, in your workspace, in your political endeavors, whatever it is that you're affiliated in terms of your career and your path. This one is the best one, I think. I would say don't complicate your life by trying to sound intelligent. So stick to simple English. If you're not that person, like I know I'm a very simple English kind of speaker, I can get my message across but without using like very big words. So if you're like me, don't worry. What is important is your story, where you've been, where you are right now, and where you want to go. And they are intrigued by you, most importantly, not by the type of words that you use. So the thing about the application is that it has to be submitted in English, so no other languages are allowed, only English. But the nice thing also is that the IREX or the fellowship the Mandela Washington Fellowship, the embassies, they know that some of the people are not very fluent in English. Like where I was, we were with a lot of people that were French speaking, people from Burkina Faso, you know, people from the other parts, mostly the west of Africa. They're not fluent in English, but they know how to get their message across. They know what they've done, they know what they want to achieve. So don't complicate your life, keep your simple English. If you are a big words kind of person, that's okay. And if it's the way that you speak and write, it's okay. But if it's not, don't stress yourself and don't feel intimidated that maybe you feel like your English is not good enough. What will be good enough and what is able to stand out is what you have to say. But also don't take it for granted. So if you're feeling a little bit unsure, try to get help from someone. Write what you want to write and then ask someone to proofread it for you, do a little bit of editing for you, and then once you're sure of that, then you can cut that and paste it onto your application. And then the last tip from me is be humble, but don't be afraid to shine your own light. So people need to know what it is that you have done. And I know sometimes we work in our own little corners, something that I also do that people don't know about, that I've done or am doing. So you know, it's hard for people to know. So on this particular application, talk about those things. Write down the things that you have done, the things that you are currently doing, even if you think they're small. So for example, something that was a big deal for me in my life, I haven't checked the application this year, but one of the questions was, what is the one thing that you overcame, you know? One of the things that I overcame was being pregnant when I was 19. And it might seem like something small because a lot of people have been pregnant young and even younger than me and overcame that. But talking about it from your perspective and overcoming that and seeing where you are today after that, how you've been able to overcome that, is really a story to tell. It says a lot about your personality. It says a lot about how you can handle failure. It says a lot about your persevering spirit. It just says a lot about you and how that in your personal life can be applicable even in your business or in your workspace. So think about that and shine your own light. Hell, it might seem like something small, but it's something. It's something. People break down, people give up, you know, because of small things. But because you decided to persevere and you decided to continue the race, write that down. And even things like your qualifications, shine your own light. If you passed first in your class, let it be known that you were first in your class. So this is the opportunity for you to do a little bit of showing off. If you don't do it, there's no way they're going to know. They need to understand the type of leader and the type of person that you are, the type of person that they're allowing into the space, how they're going to grow, how they're going to impart, and how they're going to be a part of this network. Just shine your own light. Talk about the amazing things you do in your community. Talk about the awards that you've received in your personal capacity, in your business. Do it. Talk about it. Don't be shy. That's it from me. I really thought I should do this video in case I'm unable to attend any of the information sessions that are coming up, because unfortunately work and kids have been keeping me very busy. But if I am able to attend, I will let you know on my Instagram. But for now, I hope these tips will help you. Follow the Mandela Washington Fellowship on Instagram as well. They're sending and posting a lot of tips every day. If there are other previous fellows that you know, stay glued to their social media pages, because I know almost all of us are posting regularly, almost every day, about the fellowship and the application, seeing as the closing date is near. Thank you guys for watching this video. Bye.